They have good size. They can handle the basketball. They can move. Sense of ball's like, to me, kind of like Glenn Robinson was as a young player, and the way like people bounce off of him. Like he can just get to his spot. He can shoot his pull-ups. He can dribble in place and make threes. Sewing's played in a lot of college basketball games. In his length, his athleticism, his patience, he does a good job of really getting in off the bounce and jump stopping and maneuvering and using his pivots and just making plays. 2-3 years ago, he was just kind of a lefty, hard driving, going to go left. You knew it every single time, and now he's going right more. But he's got more to his game. That intermediate game that he's got is really, really tough to defend. You can see he's put in some time on that. Bruce Thornton's a guy that we recruited that's tough as nails, just a leader, tough, just does a lot of little things that affect, winning and losing. And then grabbing McNeil. Like McNeil's a great piece of the puzzle with his ability to shoot and play make and, just stretch the defense. You have to stay with him at all times. And then Zed Key. Zed Key has really, really gotten better and just a blue-collar, tough, more skilled than you think he is. Can score around the basket. Can make an open three if you leave him open right there. But no, they have a really good team. They got, Tanner Holden comes off the bench, a guy that scored a lot of points at Wright State. So I'm probably missing a few guys, but just very impressed with their team. Yeah, well, I think we've done a good job this year in terms of rebounding and getting, loose balls and being around it. And it wasn't like we were bad. Obviously, it was pretty even in the game, but you didn't have an advantage across the board when you put turnovers and rebounds together. It was, like I said, it was even. You help your cause and you're in a better position than that, then you're probably going to win the game. So just being tougher, being better. But the unforced errors, some of the tough shots we took, and the turnovers, that's really what you get picked on when you miss shots, when you miss free throws and you miss threes. If you miss a good shot, it shouldn't be a negative. The result's a negative, but it shouldn't be a negative because you should stay process-based. And so I really try to let our guys know that, like really pick at them hard about the tough shots that they're taking, especially when it's not in low clock situations. You're going to get in some low clock situations where you got to take some tough shots, but there's 10, 12, 14 seconds on a shot clock and you're taking a really tough shot. It's just, you got to have better discipline than that. We didn't have a lot of those, but we had enough to make a difference. And when you're not making shots like we haven't here for the past 3 weeks, it's going to have an effect when you play someone as tough and as grimy as Rutgers is.
Seemed to be like a handful of turnovers team. Your guys tried to get in the air, not playing off 2 feet, which is something you emphasize every single day.
Right, yeah. And you're not always going to be on 2 feet, but if there's, from a discretionary standpoint, like if you got to make that decision, then you should. Then you should. So, yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of forcing at times when you don't need to. You really didn't need to. And we had to show a little bit more patience, a little bit more resolve. But, yeah, playing off of 2 feet, something we work a lot on. We just got to do a better job, especially when we get into a sea of people.
How important is it that you don't let this carry over into Thursday, don't let it carry over into Sunday, especially for the younger guys where one loss can't become 3 losses in a week?
Right. Well, that, it's not as much as a carryover. Like you don't want to you don't want to forget some of the things you struggled at. When you don't forget it, you fix it and you get better because of it. But no matter if we'd won the game or lost the game, which we obviously did against Rutgers, Ohio State was going to be a tough game. You know what I mean? So like that doesn't really affect much. You try to fix the things that you struggled with. But the other thing that pops up is a new team causes different problems sometimes. So you have to be aware of that.